So I am very, very excited and incredibly honored to be able to give the first recognition of the 2024 conference, one that acknowledges lifelong work of one of our peers. So without further ado, let's take a look.
As the world's oldest and largest case management organization, the Case Management Society of America has been instrumental in defining and guiding the case management profession. At the heart of this work are the many leaders forging the path and navigating the way for case managers today. We are honored to be able to recognize such leaders and dedicated professionals through the CMSA Lifetime Achievement Award. This award recognizes an individual's outstanding, lifelong achievement and demonstrated value delivery over many years of practice in multiple areas of case management. As the most prestigious award offered by CMSA, there have been only 11 recipients to date. This year, the CMSA board is proud to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Melanie A. Prince. Melanie's journey in healthcare began with a pivotal decision rooted in necessity and propelled by a commitment to service. Starting her career under challenging personal circumstances, she transformed her life and that of her family, moving from public assistance to middle-class stability through her initial nursing role. This milestone transformation set the stage for a career dedicated to systemic improvement in healthcare. A retired Air Force colonel, Melanie's military career was one marked by great accomplishment. From the creation of the Air Force's first ever independent nurse-managed clinic, solely staffed by nurse case managers to provide a setting for data-informed population health and disease management, to the development of policy, educational programs, and toolkits for case management clinicians, Melanie continued to make an impact as she served as an executive leader for medical management, case management, utilization management, disease management, discharge planning, and health benefits advisement. Melanie also served at the Pentagon, where she designed a new international integrated program to address family violence, sexual assault, and suicide impacting Air Force personnel. Melanie reported to retired Air Force Major General James Johnson at this time, who shared that Melanie's ability to thrive as a person and as a leader speaks volumes about her. She embodies a leader that he always wants to be around. Her leadership and operational skills were complemented by her profound clinical insights, particularly in executive nursing and case management. Melanie's approach has always been to integrate case management with the best business practices to deliver accessible, cost-effective, and quality healthcare. CMSA colleague Patricia Noonan shared that Melanie's exemplary contributions in the military have set the foundation for evidence-based care grounded in case management principles that have been embedded into military policy. She has and continues to lead the way as a strategic thought leader and innovator. Dorinda Lovelace, a CMSA military, Department of Defense, Veterans Affairs colleague, couldn't agree more. Melanie's many contributions to CMSA and the practice of case management have impacted her colleagues and those she has served as well. The roots of Melanie's commitment to case management trace back to her experiences as a novice nurse, where she encountered the stark realities of healthcare disparities. Witnessing the profound impact of socioeconomic factors on patient care, she dedicated herself to a practice that transcends conventional medical treatment. Her commitment led her to find innovative ways to support patients' overall well-being beyond their time in the hospital. This dedication blossomed during her time in the Air Force and continues through her work today with her private case management consulting company. Her commitment is further evidenced by her leadership in shaping the standards and training for case management through impactful position statements against inequity and intolerance, and her continued efforts to provide health equity education to positively influence the future of case management. Melanie's passion for professional case management is also evident in her extensive volunteer work with CMSA. Her tenure as the president of CMSA from 2020 to 2022 was marked by visionary leadership and a deep-seated passion for advancing the profession, ensuring that case managers are equipped to handle complex challenges and deliver comprehensive care. imparting 30 years of case management knowledge, policy, training, and strategy management to serve the members of this premier association. Melanie led major updates to the standards of practice for case management and established educational programs like the Case Management Boot Camp. While serving as a director and military advisor to the CMSA board, Melanie established the annual Military Veterans Affairs Department of Defense Day, a forum for education, professional development, and policy generation which was adopted by CMSA as a vital forum for military, DoD, Veterans Administration case managers. Melanie has served as a role model and mentor to countless leaders and colleagues in the case management community and continues to do so today. Melanie was a mentor to Michelle Shelton as she was starting her nursing career in the military. Michelle recounts many times where Melanie offered support and served as a guiding light for her own career journey. Melanie's educational journey is equally inspiring, marked by continuous learning and achievement, from being competitively selected by the Air Force to pursue a master's degree in adult health nurse case management, to her recent completion of a doctorate in educational leadership and organizational innovation. Melanie is most proud that she was able to fulfill a promise made to her now 94-year-old father to pursue lifelong education. In his words, it is the most powerful tool for equality and opportunity where you can look any person in the eye with pride and credibility. Beyond her professional achievements, Melanie's personal life reflects her values: a loving partner to Adam, mother to Ty, Tanea, and son-in-law Reggie, and grandmother to Revi. She brings the same level of care and dedication to her family as she does to her profession. Her hobbies, including crafting with her sisters, fishing, gardening, and Cajun Creole cooking — General Johnson is still waiting for his jambalaya — speak to her multifaceted personality and her connection to her roots in Opelousas, Louisiana. With a close relationship with her extended family, Adam is the youngest of 13 siblings, Melanie the oldest of 6. Family gatherings are huge and occur often, including an annual holiday celebration complete with talent shows, a fashion runway, family crafts, and movie nights. Make no mistake, the competition is fierce, and Melanie and her family hold the current title for Best King and Queen Costume and the Best Reenactment of Major Payne. In her career, Melanie has not only achieved but has redefined success. Her work has set a high standard for what it means to be a case manager and has laid a path for future leaders in the field. A colleague from her early years as a nurse in the military, Vivian Dennis, shared that Melanie not only always does the right thing, but also wants you to do the right thing. She builds confidence and you always know she has your back. CMSA past president Mindy Owen shares that case managers have all been recipients of Melanie's leadership strength and skills. She sees a challenge or a need and moves forward to make it right. Case management is Melanie's calling, fulfilling her life's passion to help others in a way that supports their ability to be self-sufficient and savvy consumers of the healthcare delivery system. Case management allowed her to imagine care in a way that engages families and support systems in a whole team model to help patients become the best version of themselves. As we honor Dr. Melanie A. Prince with this award, we celebrate a leader whose life and career have been dedicated to enhancing the practice and profession of case management. Melanie, your legacy is not just in what you have achieved, but in the countless lives you have touched and the many professionals you have inspired. Congratulations to our 2024 CMSA Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Melanie A. Prince.
CMSA, Dr. Melanie Prince.
Thank you, thank you. Wow. Let me just take a deep breath. I was sharing with someone that, I woke up at 2 this morning and decided to put some things on paper. just so I don't go all over the map, many of you in this room know how I can tell stories, and I do have a time limit. So I'm going to read from my notes, but just know that my heart is full, and I'm just so eternally grateful to each one of you that's sitting here, and those of you who are not here, who I know who wanted to be here. I've spoken to you over the last few weeks. So thank you so very much. I'm profoundly humbled by this outpouring of love and support and respect all of you have showered on me today, and indeed thousands of days over the past 30 years. I started this journey in 1995 when I was introduced to a clinical niche in nursing practice that equipped someone with knowledge, tools, and skills to assist people with highly complex and complicated injuries or illnesses. And the goal was to help them overcome what sometimes seemed insurmountable barriers to the care that they needed. And case management was a wonderful way to fill that void that I was experiencing as an emergency room nurse when our team would work furiously for hours trying to save or stabilize the life of a critically ill or injured patient, only to discharge them and never know if their progress toward a healthy state continued. Well, case management became a complement to my passion for ER nursing, and it was the perfect marriage of the type of clinical care I wanted to do and wanted to provide as a career RN. So, like I said, this morning, I spent some time reflecting on my career, searching for that one thing, that one that one word that would describe, my core, sort of my essence. What was it that sustained me over the years? And I landed on two words and two critical events that mapped my way. So just briefly, I have worked with so many wonderful people to introduce, then formalize case management into the fabric of military healthcare. But on a personal level, I was deeply conflicted. As an Air Force officer, we are taught that officership takes precedence over your technical career. And in my case, my technical career was nursing. So when two career paths diverge, my role as an officer outweighed any clinical career pursuits. So for example, in 2005, my senior ranking officer supervisors, one was a nurse, one was a doctor, they delivered their plan for my career in one of my feedback sessions, which was to set me on a path of a leadership command track. So this meant I would no longer be involved in direct patient care, but rather serve as a commander over sections or departments and ultimately an entire medical group. They wanted to equip me with formal courses, a master's degree in military strategy, and assignment opportunities to deepen and broaden my leadership skills. And they did that. They wanted me to lead providers of care, but I wanted to be that provider of care. So there's the conflict. But it also was a time when I realized that, yes, my first word to describe my essence was trust. My faith led me to trust in He who orders my steps, and my trust in my superiors led me to stop resisting the pull away from patient care. These senior ranking officers had already lived the future that I could not yet see. So I followed the command and headquarters track with the determination to use my positions to advance opportunities for case management across the Department of Defense. The second critical event occurred in 2006, and very few people know about this event, including some of my family members, so I apologize for hearing this for the first time on a national stage. I will pay for that at Christmas. But until today, it was intensely personal and very special between me and God. In 2006, I experienced a life-threatening event that to this day had no physical, no metabolic, or anatomical reason that it should have occurred. And in the interest of time, I will spare you the details, but if you see me out in the halls, just, ask me, I'm happy to share. But ultimately, I decompensated and coded. So I spent 13 days in the hospital, some of which were in the intensive care unit. And for years, I questioned, why did I survive that event? My faith deepened, and my conviction to pursue a life that served others became my compass. And here lies that second word, others. So some of you know it took me 7 years to attain my bachelor's degree. And that's because I completed 3.5 of the 4 years in medical technology before I realized I didn't want to spend my days in a laboratory with instruments and specimens and petri dishes, and no offense to medical technologists, but I wanted and I needed to be in the service of others directly. So I changed my major to nursing with only 1 semester left to complete medical technology, and I started over. I didn't know it at the time, but this was the birth of that conviction I rediscovered in 2006 when I had that life-threatening event, when I died for a few seconds. And it reinforced conviction when I had the opportunity to visit the Holy Lands in 2013. And it was a reminder of a conviction and my conviction when I survived COVID in 2020, before there were the effective treatment regimens that exist today. And those few days in a COVID hospital tested my faith again, because I experienced real fear. But it was a seconds-long conversation with a traveling nurse who was willing to work in a COVID hospital away from her home and family to take care of people like me, to take care of others at great risk to her own personal safety. Why? And as she talked to me through her portable bubble of PPE, the suit, the mask, the tanks, she reminded me that fear is the antithesis of faith. And I should not struggle to survive from a position of fear, rather struggle to live from a position of faith. So what does this all mean today? So I stand here before you, humbled by this recognition, receiving something that is like a reward for breathing, for living my lifelong conviction to serve others. As a nurse, a case manager, a wife, a mother, daughter, sister, auntie, friend, even a stranger, to anyone who needs help from someone who is blessed with the ability to help. And this is where I will close with an ask, maybe a few asks. It's an ask born from the word other. So please, each of you, internalize and share these few asks with friends and family, neighbors, and coworkers to channel your personal fear and find the courage to transform it to behaviors of curiosity so that you can learn about the other. It may be a new skill, a new degree, a new place, or a thing. Like for me, artificial intelligence, something that I'm studying so I don't fear it, because I do fear it. Learn about others who are different from you, who live differently or think differently. Don't rely on stereotypes or assumptions or sources of information that have predetermined conclusions. Find the courage and the curiosity to learn about others on a personal level, via your own research or directly by talking to them. Give the other a chance. I am an other, and I have so much to give. I was an other when I lived in a small village in Germany, but the residents' curiosity led them to interact with me and learn about me. And it was a beautiful, continuous gift exchange that lasted 3 years. This African-American woman in a little village in Germany, they came to me out of curiosity, and we bonded, and it will be a lifelong bond. Experience the world of the other, learn about the lived experience of others, and try your best to appreciate their perspective. Have faith in the belief that all of us are here on this earth, living in our lifetimes, with the opportunity to make our little part of the world better for anyone, for others we come in contact with. Other is a wonderful word. It does not have to be clothed in negative connotations. And each of us can give the concept of other the power to be a transformational act. So thank you for this time to share my reflections on this lifetime journey of serving others. Thank you for this recognition at a time when I am transitioning into another lifetime of exploring and pursuing education, innovation, and research to validate what I have learned over the years and observed and what case managers bring to others. And finally, a special thank you and profound gratitude to my family, my nuclear and extended family, to my husband of 40.5 years, who's also a recipient of this Lifetime Achievement Award. To my daughters, Ty, who's here with me today, and Tanea, my amazing son-in-law, Reggie, and God's latest blessing to our lives, 11-month-old Revi Anthony McKinney. Thank you for the richness, the joy, the goodness that you brought to me. And now Revi, who is transforming my new now other role as Nana. Thank you to my 95-year-old father, Disco Shiloh, my siblings, my nieces and nephews who are watching this online. There is no me without you. To my friends, colleagues, mentors, Marymount University cohort staff and professors, thank you for preparing me for my new lifetime as I strive to serve in other ways, to do my little part in this big wide world. And lastly, thank you to all of the servicemen and women in the armed forces and the veterans who have served this nation. You were and continue to be my family of a lifetime. Thank you to each of you who worked so many hours to portray that mosaic of my lifetime as a case manager, particularly those who nominated me for this award and wrote letters of recommendation. Thank you, CMSA, for giving me the space to serve in various capacities, all for the ultimate pursuit of caring for others at a time when they need the most help, the kind of help that only a case manager can give, because this is what we do for others. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Prince, for your leadership, for your mentorship. I know I have value in my relationship with Melanie that I never thought I would ever have a mentor like that before. Elevating case management, that's what we all do on a daily basis, but some of us do it just a little too. You are an inspiration, absolutely.